The observation deck of the Celestial Dawn hummed with the quiet energy of a ship at the edge of known space. Liam stood before the reinforced viewport, watching the purple nebula swirl like paint in water. Behind him, Ava's footsteps were nearly silent, but he'd learned to sense her presence, the subtle shift in air pressure, the faint ozone scent that clung to her skin. "You should be in your quarters," she said softly. "We're approaching the contested zone." Liam turned to face her. Even now, after 6 months aboard the same vessel, Ava's beauty caught him off guard. Her silver hair fell in waves past her shoulders, and her eyes held galaxies within them, literally, he'd discovered during one of their late-night conversations. She wasn't human. Not entirely. Not anymore. "I could say the same to you," he replied with a slight smile. Ava's expression remained somber. She moved closer, her movements graceful yet predatory, like a blade cutting through silk. "Liam, when we encounter the Varathian fleet, things will change. I need you to understand that I understand perfectly." He crossed his arms. "You're going to do whatever it takes to protect this ship and its crew." "No," her voice dropped to barely above a whisper. "You don't understand. The Varathians aren't like the pirates we've faced. They're an extinction-level threat. To stop them, I'll have to." She trailed off, turning away from him. Liam reached out, his hand hovering near her shoulder before making contact. She flinched but didn't pull away. "Have to what?" "Transform. Fully." The words came out strangled. "Liam, I'm not just a soldier with enhancements. I'm a weapon. A weapon the Coalition created by merging human consciousness with something ancient. Something that existed before our galaxy took shape. They called it the Harbinger Project." The ship's lights dimmed momentarily as they passed through a dense pocket of cosmic dust. In the shadows, Liam saw something flicker across Ava's skin, patterns of light that writhed like living circuitry. "I've seen your abilities," Liam said calmly. "You're strong, fast, nearly indestructible. Those are parlor tricks." Eva spun to face him, and for the first time since he'd known her, he saw a real fear in her eyes. "What I become when I fully release the Harbinger. Liam, no one survives seeing my ultimate form. Not enemies, not allies, not anyone within a 100-kilometer radius. The last time I transformed, I destroyed an entire Varathian assault fleet, and 3 of our own ships. 17,000 souls vaporized because they witnessed what I truly am." Silence settled between them like falling snow. The ship's chronometer ticked steadily, counting down to their inevitable confrontation. "Why are you telling me this?" Liam asked finally. Ava's composure cracked. "Because we both know what's coming. The Varathian dreadnought has been tracking us for days. It's 3 times the size of anything in the Coalition fleet, and it's specifically hunting me. They want to capture the Harbinger, weaponize it further. I won't let that happen." She stepped closer to him, close enough that he could see the tears gathering in those impossible eyes. "When the time comes, I need you to evacuate. Take the crew to the escape pods. Get as far away as possible." "No." The word hung in the air between them like a challenge. Ava's expression hardened. "That wasn't a request, Commander, and I'm not changing my mind." Liam met her gaze without flinching. "You forget that I've studied your mission logs, Eva. Every time you've transformed, you've been alone, isolated, convinced that you're nothing but a monster in a human shell, because that's what I am." "No." Liam's voice was gentle but firm. "You're Eva. You're the woman who stays up past midnight maintaining the ship's garden because you think the crew needs something beautiful to look at. You're the soldier who learned to play chess because one of the young cadets was homesick and it reminded him of his father. You're the person who cries during old Earth movies when she thinks no one's watching." Ava's breath caught. "How did I pay attention?" He smiled sadly. "And I've come to a conclusion about your ultimate form. Want to hear it?" She shook her head but didn't move away. "I think the reason no one survives isn't because of what you become. It's because you believe you're alone. You believe you're nothing but destruction incarnate, so that's what you manifest." "But what if someone stayed? What if someone saw all of you and didn't run?" "They would die," Eva whispered. "Maybe." Liam shrugged. "Or maybe something different would happen. Maybe you'd finally realize that you're not just a weapon. You're also human, and humans are strongest when they're not alone." The proximity alarm blared throughout the ship. Red lights bathed the observation deck as the automated voice announced, "Varathian dreadnought detected. Distance 50,000 kilometers and closing." Eva closed her eyes. When she opened them again, they were glowing with that otherworldly light. "Last chance, Liam, run." He took her hand instead. Her skin was already heating up, the transformation beginning at a cellular level. "No one survives seeing your ultimate form. Then I'll die seeing you as you are." "You're insane," she breathed, but her fingers intertwined with his. Probably he could feel the power building within her, reality itself beginning to warp around them. "But I'm also right. You're about to prove it." The transformation began in earnest. Ava's body started to shift, to change, becoming something vast and terrible and beautiful all at once. But Liam didn't look away. He held her gaze, held her as the universe itself seemed to crack open around them, and for the first time in all her transformations, Eva wasn't alone. The Varathian dreadnought never stood a chance. But that's a different story altogether.